Hello and welcome to Basic Beginning Tutorials, where I'm going to show you how to make a cardboard glasses, the pot, and also a plant with donuts as leaves. This is going to be a quick introduction to UV unwrapping, texturing, and just basic overall editing. And it's going to include a basic animation tutorial on how to make the animation scene at the beginning of the video. So this is a beginning tutorial, so I'm going to take things nice and slowly. So everything I'll be doing right now will be shown in the bottom corner right here, right in the middle. So by moving your middle mouse up and down will allow you to zoom in. Holding down your middle mouse right now and just swinging it from left to right will allow you to navigate through your 3D viewport, which is this area over here. There's two main settings that you should know: object mode right here and edit mode. So object mode is to combine things together and put things together in a generalized manner, while edit mode is more of a complex and more detailed method of editing. I will explain more of those in detail later, but what you need to know right now is that tab is the way to switch between the two modes. So hit tab and I'll go to edit mode, hit tab again and I will go to object mode, and tab to edit mode. So these are the two main functions that you need to be aware of. In this tutorial, we won't worry about proportions that much or accurate measurements. If you look at this one right here, click over here and hit N. That will open the menu over here. Go to the items and you will see the scale of this over here. So dimensions over here is 2 meters by 2 meters. You don't want a cube. There's no cube in the world that's like 2 meters by 2 meters. It really doesn't matter for now. All you need to do is look proportionally correct. And that doesn't mean how to be dimensionally correct as well. So in object mode right now, generalized mode, hit S to scale, and that'll scale the object. Hit Z to scale it just on the Z axis. So once you hit a function key, a tool key such as scale, move, grab, or whatever you need, and hit this hit the axis key, it will only modify in that direction. So in my case, I hit the scale tool and then hit the Z, so it only move in the Z axis. The Z axis is the one over here that's up and down. The red one is the X axis, and the blue and the green one is the Y axis. So just be careful of that one when putting in the info. So let's hit S again and let's make the floor for now. And there we go. And I think the floor is a bit too thick, so let's hit S again and hit Y to scale it just on. No Y, let's hit the Z axis. So just scale it against the Z axis. So now we have the floor ready, and what's located right here in the middle is called the 3D cursor. It's the where you summon your objects. So if you hit Shift, right click, you can move the cursor around to different areas of spawning. In my case, the middle right here works fine. Shift A to add something. So Ctrl A to add. You can add a variable, you can add curves, you can add surfaces, but the thing that we're gonna focus on this tutorial is mostly gonna be on meshes. So hit mesh, then we want a cube. There we go. And just for simple clarification, a mesh is the physical object that you can see, touch, edit, and see in render. There's something that you can add called empty, which doesn't exactly have a physical mass and also doesn't appear in renders. And we just want to hit G to grab and along the Z axis to bring it up here so it doesn't intersect with the floor below. So now we have a mesh ready over here. We bring the cube up and I just want to put the 3D cursor around here. And what I want to do is to make a mirror modifier so it reflects a double of this cube over here. So we model the glasses, we only have to do the half the work. So we don't have to model two sides. To enable the mirror function, just hit the simple modify key over here. It looks like a wrench and say add modifier. And use the mirror modifier located right here under generate. So this is gonna generate another copy of yours. So what we want now is to have a point of reference, the mirror object. So this is the point where it's gonna reflect off from. So in this case, I'm gonna use the 3D cursor, and that's why we put it right here. And there we go. It's gonna reflect off the x-axis over here, and yours may vary depending on how yours is built up. But mine's gonna reflect on the x-axis with my 3D cursor serving as a mirror object. So let's grab it closer. And there we go. What I did right there was hit G and then along the x-axis, but yours may vary. Something to make sure of when you add a modifier is to make sure you select the right object before adding the modifier. You don't want to select this object over here and add a modifier. Each one of the objects can have their own modifiers, and you don't want to mix up. You don't want to double the floors instead of the cube, because that's useless. We don't want that. So selecting the cube right now, hit tab to enter the edit mode, and I can see we can only edit one section of the cube, and whatever we do in this section will reflect another one. Just in case, we're going to use select the face mode, and this is only going to select the faces. So I want to select the face, hit G along the y-axis, and you can see right now it reflects over to the other side. Looking pretty darn nice. So let's select this face as well and grab G a bit along the y-axis. So I'm just going to grab a quick Photoshop document right over here containing a screenshot or render of the final product that I did a while ago. So this is the glasses that we're going to start modeling about. There's going to be a bridge over here, and there's a window frame over here, and the width about the frame is going to be about this much. So we're going to model, we can probably start modeling the bridge right now, and we're going to focus on the width of the frames and also the bridge connecting the two parts together. So let's do that right now, very simply. So right now we would just want to make the overall thickness of the frames. So with the face selected, with the face select mode, hit G and then along the y-axis, grabbing this face and dragging it along the y-axis. So let's create a bridge right now, and also let's hit Ctrl R, and this will make a loop cut. So this is basically another way to separate your mesh in holes, and this what it does is it separate your mesh into different faces for you to easily select. Think of loop cuts as adding detail and more geometry to your mesh. So let's hit Ctrl R again. Selecting the generalized face you want to put the loop cuts on. Hit once to confirm the face, and hit a second time to confirm where you want to put it. So you can see right now with this, the loop cuts has separated the mesh into 3 different quarters, 3 different thirds, and by selecting the face select tool right over here, you can tell we can select the face individually. So this is adding more geometry and detail to our mesh, allowing us to do more things with it. So if you hit G right now, you can tell the entire thing moves alongside of it. So we don't want that. So we basically want to separate this part over here, then move it along the x-axis, for me at least. So we want to extrude this outwards. So hit E and extrude. And that will basically just add an extra line over here, then pull it outwards. So in our case, we're going to hit clipping. So these 2 points will clip together nicely in our mirror modifier. If you have this disabled, you can easily overlap it, and that's not something the result that you really want to get. So hit escape to disable that action, to escape from that action, and just enable clipping, and those two will clip together nicely like goddamn blobs of jelly. Nice. So now just use the same functionality over here, and I want to create an extension tool over here of the bridge over this side to support the frames. So let's hit a loop cut over here on this side with this generalized faces over here. The first click to confirm the generalized area, pull it over here, and then second one to confirm it. And then I just want to select the face over here, E to extrude it outwards. It will only go to what E will only hit the extrusion of the generalized area of the face where it's pointing at. So right over here. Okay, let's hit Ctrl R again. On this face, hit once, and he tries to confirm. And then let's select face over here, this face over here, and let's extrude backwards. Nice. And at this point, you can hit G and then Y. Hit G and then X to make it a little bit more bendy, and that will just add a bit more nice detail. So I want to add this one to drag down. So let's hit E again. And you can see when you extrude it, it adds another detail over here, an extra line. So this is our own separate face. So we can extrude this one down with E, and there we go. Now we have the ear supports for the glasses, and this is our generalized our generalized glasses done. And this is where I want to end the first part of the tutorial, and I hope you learned something from it. I just want to separate these parts into very small chunky parts, probably a dozen videos if you want to see it. So I just quickly want to explain over the basics of Blender, and this is what the tutorial is gonna focus on. It's gonna focus on how to make plants, how to make basic objects, and how to add more organic shaping to it. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. See ya.